What do you think about turning your canoe into the direction of the current? And you know what most of you say? Take the path of least resistance? Oh, that's just lazy. And we say, you didn't come forth to prove anything. You didn't come forth tensed against injustice in order to right it, or tensed against unworthiness in order to find worthiness. You came as pure, positive energy into an environment that has been set forth by eons of thought that has been offered before. You were the flow. You are the flow. You came to be in the flow. You did not come for struggle. And you can tell when you're in the flow by the way you feel. You are where you are, and where you are is just fine because you can get to wherever you want to be from wherever you are. The most incredulous thing that we hear coming from humans are words like incurable. We say, what? You say, it's incurable. We say, what does that mean? You say, it means I can't get to where I want to be from where I am. We say, what dimension are you in? How did you manage to withdraw yourself, to extract yourself from the laws of the universe as we know them to be? How did you manage to pull yourself out of the flow of non-physical energy that is you? You didn't. You can't. There is nobody who cannot get from where they are to where they want to be. That is illogical in every sense of the word, from every law we know, and we know them all in all universes, in all dimensions, in all time-space realities. It's not possible for you to have something that is not curable. It is not possible. Now, you could say it in a more accurate way. You could say, I want something that I am holding myself out of vibrational alignment with. And you know what that would mean? That would mean that you would be saying, I am choosing sickness instead of wellness. And we say, well, that's different. Oh, yes, you can hold yourself in the choice of sickness in the same way that you can put your canoe in the water and turn upstream and paddle. It's the same thing. It's not going with the flow of wellness. It's pushing against the illness, you see. But when you understand that it is natural for you to be well and natural for you to have abundance of all things, and you begin to relax and go with the flow, now every journey becomes quantifiable. And so when someone tells you that what you have is not curable, you want to say to them, in what reality are you speaking? Because in my reality, I can get anywhere I want to be from wherever I am. I just have to get pointed in the right direction. And dear doctor, it sounds to me like you're not it. They mean well. They've just forgotten. Sometimes humans spend so much time looking at what they don't want that they train themselves into a vibrational pattern of that. And bless your hearts, we know that it is just so annoying to be in that vibrational pattern with law of attraction responding to it, so everything in your world looks like that, and have some freak from non-physical dimension who doesn't have rent to pay or a body to tend to tell you that you can be or do or have anything you want. We know it's annoying. We know that when you feel the way you feel, the vibration that is responsible for the way you are feeling has a strong current, and that strong current is law of attraction responding to it. So everything in your life is reflecting that, and it's hard to believe that it can be different when it isn't, because you have become, bless your hearts again, we're going to bless your hearts all day, you have become such fact-based people. It's true, you say. Here's the x-ray. Here's the doctor's report. Here's the reality. It's true, Abraham. And your airy-fairy frou-frou dust is not going to make any difference. It's true. This is the way that it is. And we say, it's only true because you activated a vibration and made that activated vibration active long enough that it became dominant, and law of attraction responded to it, so it became your point of attraction. Whatever you look at long enough manifests. And so when you say, well, in our history or in our today reality, this and this and this and this are true, we say only because someone looked at it and caused it to become a reality. But you have choices. You can add to more of that, or you can add to something different. And if you begin to care about how you feel, now you begin to go with the flow, with the true nature of your being. There are some things you need to get over, like death, because there isn't any of it. There's only life. You are life in the non-physical. You are life in this body. You are life beyond this body. You are more non-physical life than you are physical life, even when you are in this body. You are energy first and foremost. You are vibration first and foremost. And we think that it's really time for you to begin to evaluate yourself and perceive yourself from a vibrational standpoint, so that you can begin to quantify every journey, so that you can begin to go with the flow. You know, when you're born, it's much more traumatic than when you die. Because when you're born, you come from pure positive energy into an environment of more discord. That's when you should mourn. Oh, poor little spirit born into this mess we've made. We're just kidding, because it's not a mess. But it is a bit like that. That's why every baby cries. And for a moment says, "Oh God, what have I done?" And it's also why the baby goes right back to sleep. So here you are in your physical body, and you've been here for a while, and you have adapted to less than pure positive energy. Oh, you find it sometimes. We see you. Your heart's sore. You fall in love. You appreciate. You meditate. You have all kinds of things that you do. Your slumber is not about your body needing rest from activity. Your slumber is about your body needing rest from your resistance. And so, as you slumber and you withdraw your focus, or as you croak and you withdraw your focus, you return to pure positive energy. But we want you to realize that you don't have to croak or go to sleep in order to stop the negative resistance within your vibration. You just have to learn how to go with the flow. And going with the flow only means, it's what the art of allowing is: allowing, resisting, feeling better, feeling worse. And in every moment you have that choice. In every moment you can dramatize something that makes you feel better, or you can dramatize something that makes you feel worse. You can emphasize something that makes you feel better, or you can emphasize something that makes you feel worse. And as that becomes your dominant intention, nothing's more important than the way I feel. And my dominant intention is to look for something that makes me feel good. I'm going to do whatever I can do to feel a little better. I'm going to look for the best feeling thought I can find. Not the best feeling thought I've ever thought, not the best feeling thought anybody's ever thought, but the best feeling thought I can find right here from where I am. So let's say you're in depression. What's the best feeling thought you are likely to find from there? Joy? Ecstasy? Hardly. Law of attraction is not giving you that data selection. You can't set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7 FM. The frequencies are too far apart. And if you're depressed, and friends, it's fine if you are, because where you are is where you are, and nothing is incurable, and you can get from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. But what is the logical thing, the next logical step? What's the best feeling thought that you will probably find, and what's the feeling that will come about if you are in depression or if you are in fear? The best we could hope for under those conditions is something that you would call anger. And if you really want to know, it's more likely that you'll find revenge first. Revenge, rage, anger, they don't feel very good, but they all feel better than depression, don't they? When you're depressed, you feel powerless. And when you feel revenge, you're getting some of your power back. And the reason that it feels better is not because you've gone all the way into full connection with who you are, but you feel better because you're on your way into full connection with who you are. There are lots of emotions along the way, and you know because you've been all up and down it on a lot of different subjects, a lot of different times. But what most of you don't know is that you have control of those emotions, because you have control of how you focus. And if you will care about improving, if you will care about the relief factor is the best awareness that you will ever have about whether you're going with the flow in your canoe or whether you're paddling upstream. If it feels unpleasant, you're going in the wrong direction. So sometimes you say, well, I really don't know how I feel. And we say, then poke around until you're sure. Poke around in there. And law of attraction is really a good friend in that, because whatever vibration you got going on, law of attraction is bringing plenty of stuff that matches that vibration. Law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. So if I've got thoughts going on that feel awful, and I'm beating the drum of those thoughts, I'm beginning to cause an activation of a vibration that is, by law of attraction, getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. The attraction factor gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, until eventually things that match it start to manifest around me. So I saw something I didn't like. I focused upon it. I activated a vibration. I talked to other people about it. More people talked to me about it. I joined a group about it. I really got involved about it. I started sending out flyers about it and emails about it. I began to invest my money about it. I became very active about it. It became a dominant vibration within me, and now it begins to manifest in my experience. And now I say, see, I told you. I told you this was a problem. I tried to warn you. And here it is. It is true. It was a problem. And we say it was a potential problem that you turned into a reality because you cared more about justifying your belief than you did about how you felt and your willingness to move up the emotional scale. And so we're talking to you in part because we would like you to clean up your vibration relative to those subjects that are important to you, so that you can have more manifestations that are more pleasing to you, so that the things you don't want can disappear from your life and the things that you do want can come up into fuller fashion in your life. But it really is not because of the manifestation that we are speaking to you so fervently here today. We talk to you in this way because we know the sensation of going with the flow. We know the sensation of, long before what you want manifesting, the thrill of riding that rocket on its way to that manifestation. We know that when you get pointed toward what you want, you'll begin to allow the life that you've summoned to flow through you in such a non-resistant way that the more things you want, the better you will feel. The more things in your future that you are eagerly anticipating coming about, the more alive you are. But if you have many things that you want and you are tormented because they have not come about, now you've got a tug of war going on inside of you that is not good for you. And the diseases of your planet, every one of them is about that tug of war. The more you want something that you're not allowing, the more severe the illness. The stuff you sort of want that you're sort of resisting doesn't cause such a big problem. It's just annoying. But the things you really want that you're really not allowing, oh, that's big. And many of you have lived a lifetime coming to your desires about well-being about humanity, well-being for the children of the world, well-being about things that you cannot control. Have you noticed? You cannot control how other people live their lives. You can't even control the bombs your own government drops. You can't control what they do with your dollars. You can't control who is voted in. You can't control. You individually cannot control those circumstances that you think you need to control so that you feel better. That's a big part of what is uncomfortable in human race. You feel good when you look at that, and you feel bad when you look at that. And so you say, let's make more of that and let's get less of that. And so you build walls. You try to patrol your borders. Oh, it is so delicious when things begin falling off their economic weight. It is so delicious when finally you begin to understand you've got no choice but to go with the flow. You have no choice but to go with the flow. And if you will decide that you're going to go with the flow, then you will stop torturing yourself. So when we say you have no choice but to go with the flow, does that bother you? It shouldn't when you know what the flow is. The flow is well-being. The flow is love. The flow is outrageous abundance. The flow is well-being. That's the only flow there is. So, we are eager to talk with you about anything that you want to talk about. It will unfold perfectly. You'll notice an uncanny unfolding because, after all, you've been living your lives and you've been sending your rockets into your vibrational escrow. So this meeting has gathered even before you dragged your physical bodies here. In other words, who you are, what you are about, where you are, what you are ready to hear, what you want to know is all known.